Dr. Nakia here, bringing you your essential tip for Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. And this is coming from the 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 Essentials podcast, which is now streaming. This provides a recap of my two presentations at the Council for Exceptional Children's Conference, my essential tips for special education leaders, and my essential tips for Section 504 coordinators. Your tips for today are about facilitating difficult meetings. When you are in leadership, or as a Section 504 coordinator, you will inevitably have to facilitate a difficult meeting. So here are some tips to help prepare you for those difficult meetings when they arise. The first thing you want to do is review that student's records. You want to make sure that you have reviewed that student's current, previous, and past 504 plan or IEP. Make sure that you have reviewed any goal data, any eligibilities, any psychological reports, attendance data, discipline data, emails from the parents, including parent concerns. You want to make sure that you have a clear picture of that student and you're knowledgeable of that student. So when you're in the meeting, you can remain student focused and student centered and address those concerns. You also want to make sure that you inform your principal or district staff. Usually an administrator or someone from your district might come and help support facilitation of these meetings. So you want to make sure that you are equipped and you have talked to those parties that can provide that support for you, and you've given them a heads up that the meeting is happening and it could potentially be difficult. The next thing you want to do is conduct a preparatory activity meeting. What's a preparatory activity meeting? This is a meeting where the school district meets and address concerns, come up with an agenda, make sure that all the data is there. So it's really a prep meeting to make sure that the meeting goes as smooth as possible. So during a PA, you might make sure you have copies, that you have an agenda, you have a note taker, you have a recorder, you have all those things that's going to be pertinent for that meeting to be as smooth or flow as smooth as possible. And then during the meeting, you want to remain student-centered and professional. Throughout the meeting, there might be a lot of things going on and a lot of comments, but you want to remain professional, you want to remain grounded, and you want to remain student-centered. So you want to get the team back on track and focus on what's going to be in the best interest of the student. And then finally, you want to make sure you structure this meeting. So this might also happen during the preparatory activity meeting. You want to have a start time, an end time. You want to make sure that you have those roles already divvied out for who's going to determine how you want the meeting to flow. The meeting is supportive, student-centered, professional, and that all parties walk away with what's going to be in the best interest of the student. Thank you for listening and get essential.